Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor. The markets are pumping today. Everyone's getting FOMO, and it really is FOMO. We've got a potential FOMC report. Well, that's happening next week. We're going to cover it live. Click above my head and you'll be that side, and you'll be on our FOMC report live. But we are expecting a rate hike. But we're talking crypto this morning, XRP. I always said 5%, no more. It's now 7%, and I'm looking at a 10% allocation into crypto. That'll make our crypto expert, Sensei, who's live on the phone with me today, excited. Crypto, we've got some big news recently in the last few days. The SEC court battle was won by XRP and Ripple, the first regulated crypto. We're going to talk about that now, why we say it's the first regulated crypto. If you ever going to buy a crypto, this is the one. I believe over the weekend, I studied this a lot, learned about the involvement of the Bank of America, JP Morgan, institutions coming on board, the use case for this, the supply, where I see it going. And I did my own calculations without Sensei, and I looked at it and I came to the calculation, not a guess, a calculation of $5 within in 2 years. So talking about crypto and XRP, we're going to bring our expert, person who knows way more than I will ever know or wish to know about crypto. He's live on the phone. He's our guest today with his brand new microphone. He's getting set up with a new studio. Sensei Ali Tisro, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing well, Martin. Thank you for having me on.
Great to have you here. So, of course, we're seeing the markets pump today, but we all want to know what's going on with crypto. We're seeing everything rise in the markets. Tell us about crypto. I'd love you to answer the question about the regulation. We often get asked that. What does that mean? No crypto is regulated. Explain what that means, and talk to us about XRP and your vision for where we are right now.
Yeah, so the general crypto market is still underregulated. There's still not clear guidance for the exchanges, clear rules and regulations. But talking about the coins themselves, we do have regulation on XRP. It has got given the status of a non-security, so it is the only cryptocurrency in the USA that has been deemed not a security. That no one can argue that. That is the law of the land. That stands. The only way that can change is in a couple years' time, if the SEC are stupid enough to appeal, which I'm giving a 95% chance that I think 80% chance they won't. And even if they do, I'll give a 95% chance that it won't. The lawyers that I've been following have said that this ruling is appeal proof. I don't think the SEC is stupid enough to appeal, but if they do appeal, they have to appeal after everything in the law case has been either settled or the trial is finished. Just to be clear, XRP is not a security. That was ruled on in the court case. There is other issues such as the sale of XRP to institutions that needs to go to trial. There's other bits and bobs, but what's important for the retail investor, what's important for us, what's important for the exchanges is XRP is not a security. That's all we care about. We don't care if Ripple, the company, has to pay a fine. I really don't care if they have to pay a fine. That doesn't change anything for XRP. XRP is the token. Ripple's a company that uses the token. I really don't care if Ripple pays a fine. What I'm concerned about is the token itself. That's what I'm investing in. And that has been deemed not a security, and no one can change that unless an appeal comes after the trial is finished. And when a trial finishes, that's probably in 2 years' time. So yeah. So
does that make it a regulated crypto coin then, because it's gone through a court case and it's now been proven and deemed it's a non-security, so it's had that law applied to it? Does that then mean it's a regulated coin?
Yeah, so there's a certain degree of regulation that comes to crypto. It depends if the US government wants to apply more regulation or change the regulation they apply to crypto. But as a token is described, it's decentralized. So there is not there isn't a heavy amount of regulation that will be applied to it. So for now, yeah, it is a regulated coin. It has the regulation, it has regulatory clarity. So yeah, I would say XRP is regulated and it has the clarity that no other coin has. I mean, we say Bitcoin's not a security, but that's never been said by the SEC. But I think it's clear. I think everyone agrees Bitcoin's not a security. It's very hard to prove that Bitcoin is a security. But the only one that's ever been called not a security is XRP, and that's what I'm focused on. And what I want to make clear is this pump we've had for last week This coin has had 2 years of suppression. There's 2 years of investors not touching it because of the law case. There's 2 years of institutions not being able to buy, and there's 2 years of doubt in this coin, 2 years of FUD about this coin. This doesn't come back in a day. That, I think the initial part, I think XRP is as undervalued as it was before, and for a different reason, because now it is not. It now has a non-security attached to it. It's not a security, so it might even be more undervalued than it was when we were buying at 30 cents. So it's interesting, and we're not going to get the gains back in a week, but I think it could be an interesting month ahead.
What is your price prediction within 2 years?
So 2 years. If we do go on another crypto bull run, which I do anticipate will happen in 2024, 2025. So if we're saying by the end of 2025, I would reckon that XRP by that point has hit a price of $15.
Yeah, because I feel very very comfortable, and I've made my investments on the basis of it going to $5, which is a third of what you just said. And at $5, it was the right thing to do. There's nothing I can buy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not suddenly going to put all my money on XRP and sell all my S&P and sell all my Amazon. That's not what I'm talking about. It's 7% of my portfolio right now. Collectively, crypto is 7%. If I hold it, which is exactly what I intend to do, I've doubled my position. In fact, I more than doubled, because I bought it at 300, then I added another that went to 500, then I bought at 500, took it to 1,000, and now I think we're over that now. If it goes to $5 a coin, then clearly just by growth, my portfolio of crypto is going to be somewhere in the region of knocking on the door of 10%. So then at that point I can decide to trim if I want to, or whatever. But I mean, you're saying 15, so it's very very safe to assume $5. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, even if XRP, the reason I say $15 is because when I say a crypto bull run, I anticipate Bitcoin going higher, and I do anticipate Bitcoin keeping that #1 spot for the next bull cycle. So even so I don't anticipate XRP overtaking Bitcoin market cap, and it would if XRP hit $15 right now and Bitcoin stayed the same price. XRP would have, I think, double the market cap of Bitcoin, which I don't think is possible. But when Bitcoin goes up to price predictions of, I don't know, 100,000, 120,000 next bull run, which I can see happening, then XRP can increase its market cap and reach the market cap of Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin's market cap right now is around 600 billion. Yeah. XRP's is around 42 billion. So it can easily 10x, 12x.
Well, the thing is, what I was looking at, I'm very interested in the banks. I don't invest in banks. I don't see them as a good investment. They go sideways for too long. There's not enough profit in banks with all the regulation they've got and the profit. There just isn't anything there really for me. But when we talk about a crypto asset, if the world really changes and we get institutions adopt it, banks adopt it, it becomes fully mainstream. Let's remember, crypto is still not held by, I'm just going to guess now, but I would imagine something like 95% of the world's population don't own crypto, right? I would imagine, and some in that region. So it's very, very small when you compare to fiat currency, right? So when we compare it and we go, it could reach this market cap, and we go, well, that's twice the size of Apple or whatever. It sounds ridiculous, but you're comparing it to an individual company. If the world really changes and it becomes mainstream and it becomes general currency and it gets used the way it was intended, the sky is the limit, right? We're comparing it. We shouldn't be comparing it to Apple or anything else. We should be comparing it in the future, if this is what we really believe, to actual global fiat currency. Do you agree?
Yeah, I completely agree, especially with a coin like XRP, which was intended to be used for cross-border payments. It's like a system of SWIFT. SWIFT is expensive, takes 3 to 5 days, doesn't work on bank holidays, doesn't work on weekends. These international money transfers, there's trillions of dollars being transferred all around the world all the time. If that gets transferred onto the XRP ecosystem and XRP is a token being used, you can have a market cap of trillions in XRP, not because it's valued at that. It's just because that's how much money is being in XRP, being transferred on XRP at the time, and that's going to consistently being used. So it's not a matter of what the market cap is. It can't reach that because Apple's that's more valuable than Apple. It's a completely different story when it comes to something like XRP. So you are exactly correct. Yeah.
But we've only got 100 billion that can ever be created, like the 21 million on Bitcoin, correct?
Yeah, it's got 100 billion total supply, and around, I think it's consistently going down, but I think Ripple in escrow has around half that, a bit less than half that supply. So that's being released a bit at a time monthly. But so there's about 50 billion circulating and 100 billion total, and that's going to be deflationary because people are going to lose that XRP. So there's probably much less available right now.
Yeah, right. So let's assume everything goes forward with the Bank of America and JP Morgan, and 5 years, 10 years from now, the world just uses it as we use credit cards, right? It becomes mainstream. Everyone's involved with crypto now. XRP has become the main one, whatever. People are going to start massing their amounts of coin. And after a while, the 100 billion very, very quickly is going to run out, right? And there can't be any more. So people are going to start trading it. So even if it is just designed for the use case of moving it around cross borders, it's going to become more valuable because it'll be scarce, right? So it'll go up in value. It has to.
Exactly. So because of the total supply and there will be an element of scarcity. There'll be an element of supply and demand, and there's this other clause, this other thing that came out in the lawsuit, which I find quite interesting. It's the fact that Ripple, the XRP sold by Ripple, the company, to institutions, that was deemed a security because that seems like it's an investment contract. These institutions are buying for Ripple, so they might be expecting these profits to be derived by the company Ripple. So that means that the money that the XRP, the institutions were buying from Ripple, they won't be able to do that anymore because that would be deemed a security. So they'll be buying on the open market. They won't be buying at OTC. So that might bring more demand onto the exchanges, because what was deemed was any XRP bought on exchange, you don't know who you're buying it from. You can be buying it from Ripple, you can be buying it from Joe down the road. You don't know. So that can't be a security. So these institutions, where they're buying a massive amount of XRP, they're going to have to be doing that on exchanges, which can bring a lot of volume, which could create short squeezes, which have a direct effect on the supply and demand. So that's another interesting point. So it's looking good for XRP.
Sensei, stay on the line. I'm going to come back to you. I want your thoughts on the markets today, and particularly Tesla. And we can touch on Virgin Galactic if you'd like to do that. Sensei, thank you for joining us. There you can see Ripple is now at 80 cents a share. Sorry, 80 cents a coin. You've heard from Sensei about the regulation, how he sees it. You heard from what I feel about it. I'm just going to hold it. I don't feel I need to buy anymore. I can just own it, hold it, and let's see what happens. Let's let it sit there for 5-10 years like I do with my Bitcoin. And very, very exciting times for XRP and Ripple. If you want to keep in touch with me and Sensei, click above my head for all my social media on of course, Twitter. And if you look over here, there'll be more videos on XRP, our predictions of what we're doing, chart analysis, and also link as well to Sensei's crypto challenge, which is another element of what we're doing here on the show. Look below the video, there's more information on that, and above my head you'll find all the links to Sensei's website, and you can learn more about Sensei's services that he provides to you. Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other.